afternoon and welcome to the news at 1, brought to you live on Nta Abeokuta. My name is Nta Abeokuta. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared Professor Chukwuma Soludo of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, as the winner of the 2021 Anambra State governorship election. Professor Soludo polled a total of 112,229 votes to beat his closest contender, Valentin Ozigbo of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Chukunonso Wabweze reports.
That Charles Chukwuma Soludo of APGA, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
The long wait is over, and the will of Nta Anambra has prevailed in their choice of Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, the candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, as their governor for the next 4 years.
ABGA is a very strong party, liked and loved by the people of Anambra State. So this election has settled a lot of issues, and what we want is peace. Let Anambra State be in peace.
It is not over yet, but it's not for me to decide. Our party, our campaign, and our candidate has to sit down and decide on these things. But for me, sitting where I was sitting, this is part of a process.
Though there were isolated cases of inadequacies on the part of INEC, as well as electoral violence and malpractices in some areas, the election was adjudged peaceful, transparent, and credible.
In some areas where the INEC couldn't send staff, those people, they revolted, but it wasn't so pronounced. And at the end, there was no casualty, no loss of life. We are happy that happened, but there was low turnout in the election.
Everybody can see that it wasn't as insecure as people expected, and it's a good thing that federal government, it's kudos to federal government for deploying the number of security they deployed, and the security were highly professional.
We know that there are subversive elements and people who do not want the election to hold. And the best option that was open to us was to take the fight to them. And that was exactly what we did. We boxed them in, and the election was held.
It's officially getting set to march in the 2021 Anambra State governorship race, as announced by the electoral umpire. All eyes and ears will now be on the other political parties on how they will react on the outcome of the election. From the INEC Collation Center here in Oka, I am Chukunonso Wabweze, NTA News.
In related development, the winner and governor-elect of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, makes acceptance speech at his home in Isuofia upon INEC's declaration and announcement of ABGA as winner of the Anambra State 2021 governorship election.
We salute the eminent justices of the Anambra High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court for standing up for justice. Your names will be written in gold. We thank President Buhari, the presidency, and our security agencies for ensuring a level playing field. We must particularly commend the chairman, management, and staff of INEC for systematically striving to bequeath a legacy of free, fair, and transparent electoral system to Nigeria. The use of bimoral voter accreditation system, BVAS, represents a massive improvement over the card reader and manual accreditation.
National Assembly Committee on Housing has implored the Ministry of Works and Housing to intensify efforts aimed at achieving affordable housing for Nigerians. This came up when the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, appeared before it to defend the Housing Ministry's budget for 2022. National Assembly correspondent Dayo Ogunshola reports.
This is the second time in 2 weeks that the minister is appearing before the National Assembly Committee to defend budget proposal. This time around, the focus is on housing and efforts at making it available and affordable for Nigerians.
The housing deficit in the country is huge. We cannot comprehend why such money has been given, and yet not even one for the past 6 years have been given out or sold.
Since you are going to launch the process of selling this house, I also want to add that you also use local stations, radio stations in different states, so that people will be aware.
There is a local saying that when you are roasting corn for somebody who has lost his sight, you must continue to whistle. This portal is our whistling to the public to see that the houses are available, they can bid, and they have a legitimate and fair chance to become beneficiaries.
At another joint committee, Chairman National Population Commission and Director General of National Identity Management Commission appeared for budget defense.
The country is depending on you for relevant data on the population of Nigerians. National Population Commission should step up action towards giving the nation a proper census. If we have funding us and at when we require it, census will go without any problem.
The committee resolved that NIMC should furnish it with details of a bilateral loan obtained for the purpose of identification for development within 3 days. From the National Assembly, Dayo Gunshola, Nta News.
And in Ogun State, the Ogun State government, in partnership with the United States government, has inaugurated electronic case management scheduling system to ease the cumbersome task of judges and improve administration of justice in the state. Governor Nta Abeokuta says his administration is committed to strengthening judiciary system in the state. Lukman Adefeso's report is hereby presented.
Governor Nta Abeokuta at the inauguration says the innovation, which is being piloted with 6 judges of the Ogun State High Court, will provide end-to-end digital case management to curb delays in the judicial process and make tasks of judges less tedious.
Let me restate our administration's commitment to a wholesome and continued development of our state and increasing prosperity for all our people. In doing this, we appreciate the place of partnership, collaboration and synergy between all arms of government, legislative, executive and judiciary within the ambit of separation of powers.
Their innovation, according to the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Mary Beth Leonard, will play a significant role in easing the task of case scheduling for the judges.
The new case management system was developed as a solution to promote efficiency in the allocation of time and resources to court cases. The systems will improve the speed of adjudication and the experience of litigants in the state.
The Chief Judge of Ogun State, Justice Mosumola Dipeolu, commended the initiative and appreciated Governor Nta Abeokuta for his beliefs in speedy court proceedings.
When the judiciary is fully digitized, each judge will have access to his docket on his laptop or mobile phone.
I cannot imagine judges still continuing to use longhand in cases. We still seek the support of the U.S. in this respect.
The U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria had earlier paid a courtesy visit on the governor, where both discussed the modalities for the partnership.
And still in Ogun State, the Ogun State Governor, Prince Nta Abeokuta, has tasked the 18th head of service in the state, Dr. Nta Abeokuta, to raise the standard of the state public service. The governor stated this at the swearing-in ceremony of the new head of service. He urged the new HOS to tread the path of excellence that his predecessors were reputed for. Governor Abeokuta, while congratulating the new HOS, noted that his administration is guided by principles of character, competence and capacity in the appointment of top functionaries for smooth operation of core machinery of government. The governor noted that the emergence of Dr. Abeokuta as the 18th head of service was as a result of his due diligence, merit, loyalty, and careful consultation, and stated further that his appointment is a call to higher duty. In his remarks, the head of service, Dr. Nofi Waiguru, while acknowledging the governor for the trust reposed on him, pledged to uphold and sustain the legacies of the founding fathers. And on crime related, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC, Ogun State, has paraded a suspect who swindled a 2-year-old woman of 800,000 naira while in the Ibarra Correctional Facility before his release last month. Yemi Dalemo reports that he carried out the fraud through his accomplice, who is also on death row at the facility.
The suspect, who was then an inmate at the Ibarra Correctional Facility over his involvement in the NSAS protest, initiated a relationship with a 32-year-old woman via a Facebook account. He lied to the woman that he had issues with his boss, who later facilitated his being in the facility. He then introduced the victim to another inmate who is on death row as his uncle and sought her assistance to secure his freedom. The fake uncle also introduced her to a lawyer who the woman was crediting his account so as to release her lover from the facility.
He introduced me to some guys pretending as their home family. Even the uncle, he will call me in the morning, in the night, praying and all sorts of things.
The suspect, Adekunle Mutiu, whose real name is Akosile Francis, was released from the facility last month. He confessed that he was in a love relationship with the victim, but denied swindling the woman of the said amount.
Never met her face to face, but we talk on phone. We met on Facebook, WhatsApp, so we do video call, we talk. So recently,
the NSCDC Ogun State Command explains how the suspect was arrested.
When you look at this matter, it goes beyond what we have done here. There are still going to be deeper investigations, deeper revelations as to, it could be a syndicate group.
The command said the suspect will be handed over to the police for further investigation and prosecution. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
And still on crime-related issues, the Ogun State Police has detained a 48-year-old butcher, Segun Taiwo, in its custody for allegedly killing his 50-year-old woman friend, Abimbola Olushola, whose corpse was found by the roadside at Aro area of Abeokuta. Here is a report.
In a statement by the Ogun State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Abimbola Oyemi, the suspect was arrested following an information received at Lafenwa Divisional Headquarters that a woman corpse was seen lying on the roadside at Aru area of Abeokuta. The statement adds that the body of the victim was recovered and subsequently deposited at a morgue. Lafenwa Division Femi Olabode led homicide section and embarked on technical and intelligence-based investigation to unravel the mystery behind the death of the woman, which led them to Obadaoku area where the suspect was living. The suspect confessed that he had been dating the deceased since last year and that he invited her to pass a night with him when his wife was not at home. Instead, the woman started showing some signs of illness after they had sex and subsequently gave up the ghost, and he thereafter dumped her corpse by the roadside at Aro area. The State Commissioner of Police, Lanre Bankole, says the suspect will soon be charged to court upon completion of investigation and warned members of the public to always disclose their whereabouts to at least a member of their family whenever they have cause to go out of their houses.
In another development, 2 land grabbers are now in Ogun State Police net. The duo Olaolu Fashino, 58 years, and Akinshola Oluwasomi, 46, were arrested on Monday, November the 8th, 2021, when they invaded Idiagbon community in Ado-Dota local government area of the state with offensive weapons. The suspects were arrested following a distress call received by the police in Onikpan Ota Divisional Headquarters that the village is under attack by men suspected to be land grabbers, numbering about 60, and that they were armed with dangerous weapons. Citing the policemen, the hoodlums who came with many motorcycles started shooting sporadically in order to escape from the scene. But the policemen pursued them, and with the assistance of the people of the community, 2 among them were apprehended. Recovered from them are 2 live cartridges and one Baghdad motorcycle with registration number TTD 472VN. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police, CP Lanre Bankole, has ordered the immediate transfer of the suspect to the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for district investigation. He also directed that the fleeing members of the gang be hunted for and brought to justice. And on business news, for more on business news updates, farmers under the CBN's borrowers are in debt of 463 Naira. Over now to Yemi Dalimo for more reports.
Thank you, studio. Farmers under the Central Bank of Nigeria's Anchor Borrowers Program owe the Apex Bank the sum of 403 billion Naira at the end of March 2021. This is contained in the CBN's economic report for the month of April.
Beneficiaries of the program, who include farmers cultivating cereals like rice, maize, wheat, cotton, root and tubers, sugarcane, tree crops, legumes, tomato, and livestock, received from the inception of the Anchor's Borrower Program in November 2015 to March 31st this year, the sum of 615.4 billion Naira for 3.04 million farmers. Only 152.3 billion Naira have so far been paid back, while the outstanding loans stood at 463 billion Naira. The Securities and Exchange Commission says it will continue to strive to deliver coordinated and coherent policy advice, capacity building and regulatory support to build the momentum for a green economy. Director General SEC, Mr. Lamido Yuguda, said this at the official launch of the FMDQ Green Exchange in Abuja.
That's it on business news. It's over to you, Idaresi, for continuing.
Thank you, Yemi, for that report. Now, that 12 News at 1. Thank you for watching. I'm Idaresi. I did you at 7.